and release. Take that right arm across the body, drop the right shoulder, and release. Taking the band around both feet, the legs are out long. Working the upper back, sitting up tall, the knees can be bent or the legs can be straight. Using your exhale to pull the elbows back, inhale to release. So as you pull those elbows back, try not to hyperextend through the back. It's not about popping the chest forward. It's about squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another, towards the midline of the body. Again, you're keeping the wrists strong. It stays neutral. And try to stay out of the neck as much as possible. We're strengthening that upper back, little pulse right now, in hopes of opening up the chest. Grabbing onto the very ends of the band, arms are straight. Pull the arms straight back and release. Exhale and inhale. Continuing to lengthen up through the spine. Always engaging the abdominals. Stay back, little pulse. Continue to breathe and release. Grab the outside of your feet, allow the forehead to drop down to bent knees. Just stretch out that upper back. And then take the band and tie it around your thighs, just above the knees, for outer thigh and glute work. Onto the right side. The knees are bent. The upper body's in a long line. Feet are together, left hand is down in front of you. Feet stay together and just lift and lower that left knee. Exhale and inhale. As you do this, continue to keep space between the waist and the mat. Those hips stay stacked. Focusing on that left outer thigh. It's not a big movement. And then extend that left leg out. You'll point the toe to lift, flex the foot to lower. The leg is angling forward, slightly over that bottom knee. Point lift, flex lower. Inhale and exhale. Again, making sure that waist doesn't collapse down onto the floor. You'll circle the leg around. Pointing the toe, initiating the movement from the hip, reversing the circle, breathing, and then flex the foot and take the leg as far forward as you can. Small kick forward. Press that heel towards the wall in front of you. Hold it, lift higher, take the leg forward a little more, lift higher, take it forward just a little bit more, and then relax the leg down. Pat it out, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Down on the left side, the body's in a long line, the knees are bent. Right hand on the mat in front of the chest, feet are together, lift and lower that right knee. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Keeping space between the waist and the mat. Exhale and inhale. The ribs are closed, the belly button pulls back towards the spine. Now extend that right leg forward, point the toe, lift, flex to lower. Inhale and exhale. Lengthening all the way out from the hip through the foot. The knee is straight. Point and flex. Inhale and exhale. Point the toe, circle the leg forward. Initiating that movement from the hip without letting the waist collapse down, and reverse. Flex the foot, kick the leg as far forward as you can. Really reach that right heel away from you. Little kick. Hold, point the toe, lift the leg a little higher. Take it forward more, higher, forward more, and relax. Pat it out. And take the band off. Taking the circle between the knees for our half rollback series. We start with the arms in front of us. The back is rounded in a C curve. The chin is slightly towards the chest. Inhale to tuck the pelvis under and roll backwards. Exhale to come forward. So we stay in that C curve the whole time. And exhale forward. You want to visualize that you have an ice pick resting right below your belly button, and you're trying not to impale yourself as you come forward. So you're constantly pulling in. You don't want anything to come out. Don't let those muscles push out. Exhale. Inhale, roll back. Lift the arms, reach the arms forward, and then roll forward. Inhale, exhale, forward. Rolling back, hold, reach those arms, forward, and round it forward. Opening up through that hip joint, but staying closed across the front of the ribs. Then adding rotation, you'll exhale to roll back, inhale to come forward. Exhale, roll back, inhale forward. So that right arm opens out and then closes forward. Rotating the rib cage on top of the pelvis, squeezing the circle, that helps stabilize the hips. So it's just that upper body moving. You're sinking deep into the low abdominals, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the arms level, and keeping the neck relaxed. Rolling back, genie arms, small twist from side to side. Inhale, exhale. Those hips do not move at all. It's a small movement. You're squeezing the circle a lot. That's the only thing that's going to stabilize you. Now hold it, remove the circle, straighten out those legs, reach those arms in front of you. Roll back an inch, continue to hold. Roll back another inch, continue to hold. Roll back another inch, one more time, and reach those arms overhead. Stretching that out, taking a little break. Go ahead and grab your ball again for waist work. Place the ball under the right side of the body. The right knee is bent, the left leg is straight and slightly forward. The right hand cups the right ear, and the right elbow points forward. Left hand hovers by the side. Use your exhale to lift. It is small, but it is very challenging. Really pinching through the left side of the waist. Exhale. Continue to pull that belly button back towards the spine. And then take the ball under the right hand. As you exhale, you roll the ball towards you, you lift that left leg, and you reach the left hand towards the left foot. Lateral flexion through the left side of the body. Exhale to drag that ball in, staying completely stabilized through the shoulders. The leg stays long, and now we bend the knee into an attitude and bring the knee back behind us, and small lift, firing through the left glute and firing through the left waist area. Extend the leg back out, lower down, reach that left arm overhead just to stretch out the waist area. And come up and over to the other side. Placing the ball under the left waist area, Left hand cups the head, right hand hovers by the side, and you'll exhale, bend at the waist to lift. That right leg is straight and slightly forward. The left knee stays bent. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Take the ball under the left hand. Slide the ball out. That right arm hovers. And as you exhale, drag the ball in. Lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. The right hand reaches towards the right foot. And you're flexing through the right side, making sure it's lateral flexion and you're just bending at the waist. Exhaling as you come up, inhaling as you roll out. Bring that right knee back behind you in an attitude leg and lift. Little lift, lift. You're lifting that right thigh, staying turned out, focusing on the glute, then extend the leg out to the side, lower down, and stretch. Right arm is all the way overhead. Coming down onto your back, placing the ball under the tailbone. You're going to hold onto the ball with both hands, and you'll start with those ankles crossed. So for the rollover, this is going to give you a lot of help. You can also straighten out the legs and peel up off the ball. Same rule applies. Make sure that as you lower the legs down at an angle, you don't hyperextend through the back. The full exercise will have you taking the legs overhead. Inhale, exhale all the way over. Inhale, feet up apart, flex. Exhale, roll down, bring the legs together at an angle. So you have a full breath over and a full breath down. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale, exhale to lower. Stay low, turn the legs out, and do heel beats. Point 2, 3, 4, 5, and flex 2, 3, 4, 5. We're working the low abdominals, working the inner thighs. Still holding onto that ball. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and point 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Pointing the toes. Small leg circles. Keep them low, keep them tight, keep them small. Breathe and try not to grip through the neck and shoulders. Making sure you reverse the circle. Exhale, exhale. And then bend those knees in. Feet down, lift the hips, take the ball out of there, and relax.
Next, we're going to use some equipment to do some stretches.
Starting on your back, taking the right thigh in towards the chest. You can either hold on to the shin or hold on behind the thigh. Just getting a stretch through the low back, and then taking that knee slightly over towards the left shoulder. Feeling a stretch through that glute, and then all the way over towards the floor, getting a stretch through the spine. Allow your head to look over towards the right with that right arm extended out to the side. Rolling back onto your back, hugging the knee into the chest, and switching sides. Hugging the left thigh in. Whatever is comfortable for you, either behind the thigh or on the shin. And then take that knee over towards the right shoulder, just barely. You're going to feel the stretch through that left glute. And then take that knee all the way across the body, allowing the head to look to the left with the left arm extended out to the side. Rolling onto the back, hugging the knee back into the chest, and then taking your right ankle on the left thigh. Pressing the right knee open. This may be enough stretch for you. You can keep it here. You can also hug the left thigh in towards the chest. Just make sure you don't shift the body over towards the right side. You want to stay centered. Again, focusing on getting the stretch through that right glute And if you have the flexibility, you can grab onto that left shin. Breathe in deeply. Exhale out. And then you'll release that and switch sides. Left ankle on the right thigh, pressing the left knee open, trying to stay relaxed through the neck and the shoulders, hugging the right thigh in towards the chest. And then you do have the option of grabbing the right shin if you'd like. Just make sure you can keep the head and shoulders down, breathe normally, and feel that stretch through that left glute. Releasing that. Taking your feet as wide as the mat, allow both knees to drop over to the right. As long as that left kneecap feels okay in this position, you can take that right ankle on the left thigh just above the knee and let gravity do its thing, both knees dropping towards the floor. You're going to feel the stretch across the front of that left hip, possibly in the left low back, and all the way down that left thigh. Releasing and switching to the other side. Make sure those feet stay wide. The knees drop to the left. That left foot comes on top of the right thigh, just above the knee, as long as your knee joint doesn't feel compromised in that position. Feeling the stretch through that right hip, possibly into the right low back, and down the front of the right thigh. Release, come back to the center. Use your legs to rock yourself up and come onto all fours. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Starting in a neutral position, use your exhale and round the back, starting by tucking the tailbone under, allowing the head to drop last. When you release, again, start from the tailbone, lengthen through the spine, come to a neutral position. Exhale, round the back, tuck the pelvis under, the head drops last. Inhale, and then exhale to release the tailbone, lengthen through your spine, right back into a neutral position, meaning you just don't collapse through the front of the body. Keep the ribs closed, keep the abdominals tight, and start from the other end. The head drops first, rolling all the way through the spine, and then release from the head, working your way down the back, returning to a neutral position. Inhale. Exhale, round, starting by dropping the head, roll through the spine, and then inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, finish it out, all the way back to your neutral position.